Good evening, everybody. I think people are slowly trickling in. Namaste, Mukeshji. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Okay,
How
hello.
about you?
I'm pretty good. Thank you so much. Happy Guru Purnima.
Happy
Happy Guru
Guru
Purnima,
Purnima to you
everyone.
too.
Happy Guru Purnima to everybody. Okay, Anujji, do you want to turn on your camera?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, thank you all for joining for yet another Gurus of India meditation session. I think this is our 15th week that we are having this session, and today is a very special day. And instantly we are talking about gurus. So today is Guru Purnima, as we just talked about, and today we are going to talk about Guruji, and the presenter is Anuj. Anuj is actually a spiritually driven person. He's been, I mean, I can say he's new to meditation, but not new to spirituality. So he's been practicing meditation for some time now. And more than meditation, he has a lot of wonderful experiences. So he's here today to talk about Guruji. And then I hand over today's session to Anuj. All over to you, Anuj.
Thank you, Prem, for that introduction. So let me start by sharing my screen. Just give me one little
Yeah,
second.
now it's good. Now it's good.
Better? Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. So has anybody heard of Guruji to begin with? Anybody, any of the participants?
Not until you told me, Anuj, the chat we had last time. That was the first time actually I was uh, I was introduced to him.
Right. So before I dive into the few slides that I've made, and I'll try to keep it relatively crisp, knowing that you know that we are allocated about 20 to 25 minutes for this. But I actually was introduced to Guruji only about a year back, just over a year and a bit. And it happened through a very major life-changing spiritual experience, which I will, if we get the time, we'll probably talk about towards the end. But I want to start by actually talking about Guruji first. Just wanted to give you a background of exactly how I was introduced to him. So Guruji Maharaj is also known as the Guruji of Dugri Gaon, or he's also called Guruji of Bade Mandir in Delhi. So he actually is best known for his satsang, and you know the grace that he dispels in his presence, or he used to, because he's not in his physical form anymore. So he attained Mahasamadhi in 2007, 31st of May. So he basically, just being in his presence will bring you a lot of grace, peace, you know, almost like the shunyasthiti that one tries to work towards. That's the kind of state that you attain every time you're in his presence. So the mandir itself, the Bade Mandir itself, has a lot of powers, and it is said to have the powers of the 12 Jyotirling put together. So there is no rituals to be followed. There is no offerings to be made. There is no donations to be had. There is nothing to be done. There is no morning arti. There's no evening arti. He's just made it a lot simpler for us uh, humans to reach godliness. He says that, that he used to always say that, that through Shraddha and through Bhakti, you can attain devotion and you can attain godliness. One of the biggest thing that he actually used to propagate um, is giving out langar, or the community meal, in his darbar, in his Bade Mandir, and in all the mandirs that he had been to. So just to talk about a little about where he started from. So in his early life, he was born as Nirmal Singh in Dugri village near Ludhiana. from a Sikh family, but he was very spiritual right from a very young age. Actually, being spiritual is a rather small word for him. He was, and to be saying that that he was an evolved soul, he was a realized soul, or he was a God realized person. Now these things, when you first hear, they sound a bit stretched. They sound a bit outlandish. They sound a bit out there, and it is up to everybody's journey for them to experience Guruji and to be able to to come to that realization yourselves, that what exactly is it that I'm actually talking about. If you were to talk to me about Guruji about a year and a half back or so, I would have just brushed all these comments off. I would have said that, okay, nothing of these sorts, and I would not be falling for this. I would not be believing in all these things. But I have come to realize this through my own spiritual experiences and through a lot of different experiences and things around that I've seen, that he was God himself. He had told some of his close confidants that some close satsang that used to sangat rather, who used to visit him through his early days, that he has come from light and he will go back to light. So if there is, we've all heard about Brahman, but if we were to say that that if Brahman is everything, is the thing that everything arises from, everything starts from, um, and Om and Brahman are supposed to be considered the starting points of our evolution in everything of this cosmos and universe. So if there is somebody who comes closest to a human form of Brahman, I would say it is Guruji. I know it sounds like a stretch, but I would love you to experience it. At any given opportunity, if you are in north of India, I would strongly recommend that you go and visit Bade Mandir, which is in Chhatarpur, which is in the southern part of Delhi. So while I'm mentioning in the slide that that division, spiritual awakening, I mean, he was born awakened. There's a lot of different events, things, experiences, manifestations right from childhood that actually go to show that. Eventually, he did renounce the family. So he did actually do his education. He did his English honors or something like that, and he did his bachelor's and master's in it as well. And that was more to please his family. But then again, he tried to work in a regular job, but he never could, and he did not last a whole very long, just maybe a couple of months or so. And then he was on his way to his spiritual journey and what he came to this earth for. So he just followed his path and he renounced everything. And he moved first from Dugri to Jalandhar, and then from Jalandhar to Chandigarh, and then eventually from Chandigarh to Delhi. So the word spread over the years, and as there was a strong following that of people that started to follow him. There were these places which were consecrated by him, by his strong presence, by his strong vibrations, which were then named mandir. But if you were to really go over there, it is nothing like a traditional mandir of any sort. There is no idols, there is no rituals, there is nothing. So you don't really talk to anybody over there. You are in complete silence. He used to say that when you enter this place, along with your slippers, leave your mind behind as well, your brains behind as well. The reason for that is that you don't try to find logic in anything that you see or do over here. Just believe in complete Shraddha and complete and whole submission in every sense of the word, mentally, physically, spiritually, and every other way. That's when you will experience what I'm here to give. He has been known to heal a lot of people and give a lot of blessings to a lot of others. But then it almost became a thing that that people used to always go to him for healing of ailments or asking for a successful career or a good family life, etc. And he used to often say that people never really ask me for what I really want to give. And what he really wanted to give is moksha to everybody. But we being the lesser mortals, we don't know better. We just want to make our present life comfortable, and we keep asking for things rather than asking for what we eventually are here for, to be able to progress ourselves spiritually. That's what we are here for on this earth. And he was more than happy to give moksha to people if they truly understood what they wanted, so that they can bring the cycle of birth and rebirth to an end. So he did not believe in any formal discourses, like I said, and the connection was through silence and energy. So the people who were around him, and they actually do a lot of satsangs. Satsangs is nothing but sharing the experiences and sharing the tales of when Guruji was around in his physical form. So you know they used to say that that for years on we used to see the same faces in coming into the darbar, coming into the mandir, but nobody really knew who each other was, not even their first names on a lot of occasions. There were a lot of bureaucrats, a lot of ministers, a lot of politicians, a lot of ex-prime ministers and presidents also who used to visit Guruji, but it was never that they were given any special treatment or a treatment different from what another person would be given. So Bari Mandir became Guruji's central place. This was the grand place. So this was the second place and the final resting place of Guruji in Delhi. He first moved to another place in Greater Kailash, and then which was a relatively smaller place. And then Guruji oversaw the construction of the Bade Mandir in Chhatarpur. And then finally, when he left his physical form, then this became his final resting place or his samadhi. The last point that is mentioned over here, the spiritual hub where devotees experience inner transformation and peace, a center of devotion, seva, and spiritual transformation. You have to go there to believe what I'm saying. When I was first asked by my wife when she was in Canada and I was in India, and I got an opportunity to go to Bade Mandir for the first time last year. So she called me immediately when I left the place, and she asked me that, how was it? I said, you know what? I can't really describe it. All I can say is that I was overcome with peace. I was overcome with a feeling that I haven't really felt in decades. So that is the feeling that I walked away with. And through meditation, which I have taken to relatively recently, like Prem said, so I would like to try to make that feeling or that state of mind a constant, which is still a long way to go, and it's a work in progress. Langar was nothing but blessed prasad, so that is why it was called prasad. And it would typically may be made of a typical North Indian meal where you would have roti, sabzi, dal, and some sweets to go with it. And he believed in equality, and he believed in not discriminating against any other. So he would actually have four people eat out of one langar thali, and that is a practice that was started by himself, and that still continues to be the case. Guruji's silence, teaching without words. He did not speak very much. You just have to be in his divine presence, to be touched by divinity. There were no scriptures, like I said, teachings. He would know exactly what your present is, what your past is, what your past 100 lives are, just by just with a mere glance. And he would just keep blessing you, not without really saying, doing any physical expression of blessings. Living with Guruji's wisdom, live with simplicity. I mean, if there's no formal teachings to be had, but if there was something you would call close to teachings, what he would say was like any other Siddha Purush, that live with simplicity, truthfulness, humility, submission, speak wisely, be your own police for actions, and your actions actually start from your thoughts. So be your own thought police. Be watchful of what you say. Don't say bad things about others. Don't do bad to others, and so on and so forth. Um, the one guru mantra that he used to always ask us everybody to meditate on was Om Namo Shivaya. He never referred any scriptures, but if there is any scripture that came close to what he would refer, it would be the Shiv Puran. He always encouraged everybody to read the Shiv Puran. And so Shivansh Bhakti. So Shiv Ansh. I think this word is a bit too small to describe Guruji. I don't think that he was Shiv Ansh. I think he was Shiv himself. Guruji was seen as a divine form of Lord Shiva. Encouraged pure devotion and surrender. But like I said before, that I would say that if the Brahman could never be described in a physical form, but if there is anything that came closest to Brahman, it would be him. So I would actually put him higher than Lord Shiva. Encouraged pure devotion and surrender. Om Namo Shivaya mantra often felt inwardly. Miracles and grace. Guruji Maharaj is not a person, he is divine consciousness, like I just said. Countless personal experiences of divine intervention, healing of terminal illnesses, life transformations, emotional peace, etc. Healing, protections, and silent transformations. Guruji appeared in dreams, visions, and even physical form to guide devotees. So talk about omnipresence, talk about a stronger presence after him leaving his physical form. Just like for Sai Baba or for a lot of other Mahapurush, it is true for Guruji as well. So his presence is even stronger now after he's left his physical form. And Guruji appears in dreams. So I'm going to go back to my story for a little bit. So me and my wife, we were going through a bit of a rough patch with my wife being in India and her dad not doing too well and almost on the verge of passing away. And it just so happened that at a gap of about 45 days, her mom also passed away. And it is then when she was traveling to India that I was actually listening to something spiritual. I came across this satsang. I decided to listen to it, my first satsang ever. And I had a very, very, very powerful dream of him. A dream that was so real, so vivid that it was more real than what real means. Uh, it was a very strong dream. And I think it just changed me forever. It touched me forever and changed me forever. There's a lot of other satsang who have often described that, that they still feel his fragrance around us, around them, and just as a sign that, that he is around us, he is present amongst us even today. Whenever there is a satsang, it is said that, so there is always an asan which is dedicated to, or a seat that is dedicated to Guruji in a satsang. And it is said that, that Guruji always comes to every satsang. So seva is a very, very big way to basically work towards renunciation. If you can anyway do that. He has always said that try to be of help to each other and try when you do help others, do not talk about it, do not brag about it, do not even try to mention it. So every act of service becomes sacred, emphasis on humility and surrender. Regular satsangs held in homes. I mean, this is the case, over here as well. So when I came back from India, and then eventually my wife traveled there, and she came back, and ever since we take every opportunity that we can probably get to go to different satsangs that either happen in people's homes or in different halls, or in like we were there for Guruji's birthday celebration on the 7th of July recently in Brampton, which is done in a very big hall. Sharing experiences and distributing langar is the only practice that he talks about. So the sangat, or the followers, if you want to call that, the sangat is a satsang is nothing but sharing of experiences. So people get there, you start off with Gurbani Shabads. People follow to share their experiences, and then it is wrapped up with Om Namo Shivaya chant. Sacred gatherings where devotees share blessings, I just mentioned that. Miracles and experiences shared to inspire faith. And there, it is not promotional, it is purely experiential. There will be nobody trying to promote anything to you. There will be nobody who will be trying to endorse anything. There will be nobody asking you for any donations, nothing. You just go over there. You don't even have to. In fact, Guruji used to say that, if you want to get the most of his presence, when you go to a place like this, do not even look at anybody else. If just concentrate on him, just meditate on him, and that's how you will be able to get the most out of it. He took Mahasamadhi on 31st May 2007, and he was born on 7th July 1952. So he wasn't too old when he passed. But then again, he had already told some of his people around him that, that he is going to be leaving his physical form at a relatively younger age. Samadhi Sthal is now a sacred place at Bade Mandir. His spiritual presence remains eternal. Spoken about that already. Bade Mandir and all homes of devotees are seen as places of energy, and his guidance continues silently through dreams, intuitions, and blessings. Essence of his teachings: no need to ask. He already knows. Just seva, simran. Simran is nothing but meditation and shukrana, gratitude. Live with unconditional love and humility. Meditate on Om Namo Shivaya and listen to Shabad. Shabad are the equivalent of devotional songs for Sikhs. Guruji deeply associated with Shiva. Shivratri celebrated with big pomp and show. He used to like all the celebrations. He used to like celebrating. He used to live life pretty big, actually. He was known for taking Sangat to five-star hotels and wearing the best of shoes and the best of clothes. So it was not like that he was not living a worldly life, and that is what he encouraged his Sangat also to do. That do not it is you do not have to renounce everything. It is not in renunciation that you will realize yourself. It is being able to live in the worldly manner in the world itself, and live the mundane life of a human, and be able to still continue to work on yourself and elevate yourself. That is the beauty of it. He used to always say that, have a family, raise kids, do the worldly things, and also be spiritually inclined. Teachings in modern life: simplicity, spirituality in daily actions. Keep it simple. Just try to, untangle the things or the baggage that we carry around with us. A lot of it is nothing but noise in our heads. A lot of it is nothing but our own thoughts. And so we need to be able to control those thoughts. Stay silent, grateful, and truthful, and transform life through Guruji's principles. Guruji left no successor. He is eternal. Like I said before, that he does not have any sort of a lineage. He did not come from a lineage. He does not have a lineage that continues. Devotees carry forward seva and satsang. Bade Mandir continues as a beacon of divine presence, and his grace and blessings are eternal. Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you so much for presenting the life journey of Guruji. It was very interesting to learn about him. Though I was hearing for the first time about Guruji, there's a lot of information that can be learned about him. Good to know what you've shared. And yes, Bade Mandir, maybe whenever I get a chance, I'll certainly visit in Delhi. And after also this, after your presentation, I can once again reiterate that not just one guru, but I think out of the 15 gurus we've spoken so far, at least 4 or 5 of them, or even more, if I can remember, the modern age gurus, if I can call them, like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda, Ramana Maharshi, and Guruji and Subhash Patriji. All these people are always saying that you don't have to leave your family and go and renounce everything. You can still stay in your family life. Sansar mein nirvan, as Patriji says,
Yeah.
Sansar mein nirvan. So stay in your family life, work towards your spiritual growth, and try to get enlightened in whatever way you can in this janma. And then, of course, this cannot be the last janma, but it takes some time. But at least you've started off very well once you've understood that.
Yeah.
So I think it is very well and clearly iterated by a lot of gurus that we know of. Thank you so much. It's exactly 9:33 now. I think we'll leave the question answers for the end of the session, Anuj, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
So we will jump into meditation. So I think we'll get a little 30-minute meditation session today. And then it's a Guru Purnima day, so it's a very, very powerful day. So it's a good time for us to observe our breath and do Anapanasati meditation. So over to you, Anu. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Anuji, for sharing about Guruji and Bade Mandir and his meditation on Shiva Panchakshari and all those details. When you showed the picture of the Bade Mandir, then I recognized that I have seen the picture, but I haven't. I didn't know before much about Guruji Maharaj, but it's great to know now. So thanks for sharing. So yeah, today is a very auspicious day, very powerful day. In fact, Purnima Tithi started yesterday itself. So today, initially it started as Vyasa Purnima. So that's where, like, if you see Veda Vyas, he's the father of, initially when he has given the so many scriptures. There's a beautiful Vyasa Gufa in Mana village. If you happen, any of you, if you have visited, it is close to Badrinath. So that's where that's the last city of India. So that's where the Vyasa Gufa, he has written he told all the scriptures, and Ganesh, he has written some of them. So it's like it's a very powerful day, and it's also the dimensions, guru portals, like, which are very close to the earth planet. So if you are aware, if you are conscious, we are good to receive many energies, higher energies from the gurus, and blessings and the guidance from the gurus. So let's meditate. If you want to continue after the session into meditation, continue longer. It's like, it's up to you. You don't have to stop your meditation after a session. Please continue as long as you can. So let's meditate. I think we are all so we are practicing the breath meditation. Please sit comfortably, close your eyes, clasp your fingers. Babaji. Sai Baba, everyone we discussed. Let's invite the Guru Mandali. Of gurus are very strong. Closer to the earth planet. Let's invite principles remove any of the obstacles we are facing in our spiritual path. Your breath. Breath is your Guru. Play with your rhythm of breathing. Honor all the Gurus. Salutations to the Guru Mandali, Saptarishis, Adi Shankara. Each and every Guru which we know or which we are not even aware. Let's honor. Salutations to each and everyone for imparting the unlimited knowledge, teaching us the purpose of human life, transcend beyond the physical reality, to see higher intelligence, to recognize the reality. Aham Brahmasmi. Your gratitude for guiding us. Removing our obstacles. Uplifting us. To expand our consciousness. Get the enlightenment. Experience all those subtle energies. us. As the divine energies a physical form or not, associated with the universe's energies. You can appear with the light speed. And help us. The disciple is ready. The Guru is always there, appears, providing the knowledge, showing the way. Bless us. Remove the darkness. And help us to raise. High energy vortexes. You're highly potent. Father, for being the first Gurus, for your teachers, to everyone in your life from whom you have learned the life lessons. place your hands on your eyes for a few seconds. Assimilating all these high energies. Grateful for the blessings received. Slowly open your eyes. Thank you. Thanks everyone for joining today's meditation session. I know it's still short. For the Guru Purnima, you can still continue at least as long as you can into the night. So that energy vibrations, they will remain for a couple of days around the Purnima day. So before we close any questions or anything, any other people wanted to share anything or any questions to Anuji? It's really great experience to know about many gurus. Even though we know the name, sometimes we forget what the service they have done, the greatness, how much they have really worked hard for the humanity for the evolution, right? So it's really amazing. Even few minutes, like when we talk about the gurus, that will really inspire us, motivate us to progress in our spiritual path. So if anybody has anything for Anuji, or any questions on Guruji, if not, we can continue our meditation. And actually, it's best as we are into that silence mode in the nighttime. It's very kind of it helps us to, if you want to take a few minutes walk under the moonlight and experience that energies, and you can come back and meditate, even if it's possible to meditate under the moonlight. That's even better.
Yeah, the weather is good, so yeah.
It is beautiful outside. If there is an opportunity to meditate under the moonlight, or you can just experience that, watch the moon, the clouds, passing through the clouds, how it is, experience that real energies, and come back and meditate.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it
Thanks,
is
Anu.
already
Happy
past.
Guru Purnima to all.
Oh,
Happy
thank
Guru
you.
Purnima, Madhavi.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks for
Madhavi.
joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you all for joining today. Again, we'll meet next week with a new guru and a new master presenting. So until then, have a wonderful week and good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.